Is a festival that happens across Brighton and Hove. Tonight is the night when the clocks go back, so there's an extra hour, and the idea is that people perhaps who've never tried the arts before come and try the arts with that extra hour that they've got to play with in the middle of the night. So we've got lots of people coming through the door who have never experienced classical music before. It's a new experience for them, and we've got 5 amazing young groups who we auditioned for our Early Music Live scheme, which is a young artist scheme, which is not just about performance, it's also about giving the artist an idea about how to promote themselves, how to work with promoters, how to get employment really, and all the skills that you need in this day and age as a musician. It's not just about being able to play well, it's about being able to do education work and work with promoters creatively. So they are all here, these wonderful young artists, and they are performing all over the amazing St Barts church, as you will see. And the idea is really just to try and open things up and make the concert experience different. So it's not about people sitting in rows. There are some seats, and there are some people sitting at the sides, but to get the best view, you need to be sitting on the floor, or you need to be standing, and you need to be really up close to musicians and breathing down their necks, which is a bit intimidating for some of the musicians, but they seem to be able to cope with that. And we have quite fun organising it, because we have you suddenly see this wall of 500 people, and you know that in the middle of it you have to get a stand and 2 musicians. So that's also quite a challenge, which is why I'm probably looking quite frazzled at this moment of time.
St Barts is a Baroque ensemble. We're made up of, how many? There's usually 6 of us.
Yeah.
We occasionally expand and contract to do different repertoire.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to doing the White Night concert this evening.
Yeah.
It's a very different kind of atmosphere to the normal kind of audience. Everybody's sitting down in rows, so it's going to be fun, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit more interactive, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a sort of period instrument later with Jules Holland. I think that's that sort of vibe.
I don't think I've ever done anything like it before, so I'm really excited. And it's the first time I've ever played with a dancer as well, so that's also very exciting. So yeah, looking forward to it.
For myself, it's not very often that I dance with musicians around me. And I think we've kind of bravely taken over the central spot of the church. And I think we also turned the like where we face, like the musicians are not together, they're apart. And I think we're playing a little bit with spacing and with the whole setup. So I'm very much looking forward to this, because I think it's going to be very challenging, especially with people around.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's because we are dealing with different elements, dealing with highly technical music, very virtuosic. And this was probably also a show-off piece for the instrumentalist, for Marie himself, who was one of the greatest gamba players in the 18th century. So we're dealing with that, and also the space. And throughout the collaboration, what I found out was how the music came alive when the dancer, Tanya, was put in the equation. It was very exciting.
Well, we are 2 members of La Terre et Mare. The idea is that we mix Baroque music with contemporary dance, which may or may not be inspired by Baroque dance or other particular dance forms. We've really given Sarah free rein really to choose how she choreographs the dance that goes with us.
I love the idea of no chairs. It's
Yeah.
very free and creates a really different, although we're still on a stage, creates a really different atmosphere with the audience. Really nice that.
It's a beautiful space actually in its own way. It's just, I guess the church itself is probably more imposing than extremely beautiful. The altarpiece is very beautiful, I think. But it just goes up and up and up.
And up and up, it's crazy.
And actually the acoustic is very nice. I think probably because it is a wooden seating and grip maybe absorbs the sound, so it's not as boomy as you might expect.
Yeah, it was a relief to start singing somewhere like that after dry practice rooms.
Yes, exactly. We're very grateful to be performing here, and it's very exciting to be doing a performance which isn't quite what one normally does, and to be finishing at 1 o'clock in the morning.
We haven't yet really had a good idea of what it's going to be like. All we know is that things are happening in all sorts of different parts of the building, but we have no sense of the atmosphere really.
So it's both exciting and challenging.
Yes.
Also in terms of that, this repertoire really is exactly not written for massive big spaces like this. It's totally not at all liturgically based or anything. It's so far away from it. So having just had to do this run-through rehearsal in contrast with these ethereal sounds of the vocal ensemble singing these beautiful wafting lights. Of course, it's a contrast that makes both things really stand out for what they are. So, of course, we're trying to really make the most of the acoustic and try to not lose too much of the detail and stuff. That really, this music, a lot of it is about enjoying little funny dialogues and things.
Especially with me, because when I have to play my stop notes, it's really hard enough to get them to project as is, and then to kind of get them to project beyond to fill this cathedral with gigantic 200 feet ceilings. It's a challenge, but we're definitely up for it, and we're really excited about tonight. It's a really good opportunity to be part of this festival.
Yes.
Really good for us.